Richician!
Hey YouTube, Richician 84 here, and welcome to Q&A number 176. Let's kick it off. We've got a whole bunch of questions this time. Pardon me. And we've got some from Dragon Master 25 for the first time in a while. Oh, and we've got Bertie here as well. He has some space trivia questions. He says, I don't think I've ever had any Space or Universe questions. No, you are correct, I haven't. I guess because these are trivia questions, I can't look these up in advance. Not that I did. I didn't look anything up in advance, so it's okay. This will be completely legit. Meanwhile, Bertie's climbing into a shopping bag. 1. If you could travel on a starship in outer space and was the captain of the ship, what planet up close would you look at? I think Mars. Definitely. I really like Mars. I kind of like the idea of colonising that more than the Moon and Venus, considering that in 5 billion years' time, when the Sun becomes a red giant, it will envelop Mercury and Venus and probably Earth. But even if it doesn't, it and the Moon would be way too hot to live on. Just completely uninhabitable. Whereas Mars is good to check out, although that might get hot as well. Though the human race would have to move further out, as time goes on. Anyway, yeah, Mars is my answer. 2. If we are not alone in the universe and aliens come, which kind do you think would get to us first? The invaders to kill us, or the good kind ones, even if they would both do something unusual to us? Oh, what kind of unusual stuff you mean? I feel like maybe good ones might come first, because, if there is alien life out there who've mastered space travel, they're a lot more advanced than we are, and I don't really think we'd be a threat to other alien races, at least not at this time. So, yeah, that's my answer to that one. 3. Do you have a favourite planet in our solar system that's not Earth, and why do you like that planet? Well, as I already said earlier, I would say Mars, because it's, of all the rocky planets, it's the second least hostile, with Earth obviously being the very least hostile. And I feel like, we'd have a better chance of being able to live there because, Venus is basically hell and Mercury has no atmosphere. It's too hot on one side, too cold on the other, so there's just no reason to colonise Mercury. It could be fun to explore Mars, even though we'd have to overcome the obstacles like, the magnetic field being very, very weak, along with the fact that there's fuck all oxygen. Plus, I don't think yeah, I don't think there'd be any reason to, um, well, really try and colonize anywhere out in the outer solar system. Well, not yet anyway, unless of course it's Titan. Um, yeah, going to Titan and colonizing that would be great. Um, and yeah, going back to Mars though, it would be interesting if there was any kind of life there, um, even at the poles. 4. What kind of star would you study the most in the universe? Ooh, that's a good question. Maybe something similar to our sun. I guess. I don't know actually. I haven't thought about that. Because there's different kinds of ones. I'm not sure what kind the sun is, but we've got red dwarfs, blue dwarfs, black dwarfs, white dwarfs. Um, Red giants, obviously. Um, Actually, come to think of it, maybe white dwarfs, because apparently after the sun is having its red giant phase, it apparently will eventually cool down and become a white dwarf. And I'd be interested to know how much energy it could give off. Although it wouldn't, I guess it wouldn't be as hot as the sun the way it is now. So it just makes me wonder if it can help sustain any life that's left in the solar system, assuming humans are still here, um, in the solar system and they've colonized Titan or something. 5. How do you think a black hole works? Some people believe it's uh, the end. Oh, believe it's the end. Some think it's a wormhole that'll teleport a ship to a different side of the universe, like a tunnel for travelling. Okay, so yeah, basically a wormhole. Um, well, I'm not 100% sure that it is a wormhole, really. Surely they'd be a bit different. That is, if anything, like Star Trek is anything to go by. But yeah, it's more likely that black holes just mean the end for anything that come across it. Just gobbling up anything, spaghettifying anything. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I don't think black holes are wormholes. I feel like wormholes are completely different. Um, Plus, well, as far as I'm aware, we haven't actually found a real life wormhole. As so far, they only exist in science fiction. Where was I? 6. What type of galaxy is the most common in the universe? Fucked if I know. I'm pretty sure I did see a video with different names for them, but I don't really know. I feel like it would be something similar to R1 as well as the Andromeda galaxy. Although, but yeah, I believe there are galaxies that are much bigger than those two. Um, so yeah, but I don't know what the proper names would be. 7. How many planets are in the solar system? Well, assuming you mean like uh, planets and are excluding dwarf planets, then 8. Um, If you wanted to include all the dwarf planets, then I'm not sure. Um, but yeah, I still want to consider Pluto the ninth planet because, well, a lot of us, um, a lot of us grew up, with Pluto being the ninth planet. So, um, but it's been said somewhere else that if Pluto is gets considered a main planet, then all the other dwarf planets would be considered main planets as well, and there'd be too many. Um, then again, there could be a workaround if Pluto is the biggest dwarf planet in our solar system. Um, Although I don't know how big it is, I don't know how big any of the other dwarf planets are, although I'm pretty sure Ceres is maybe smaller, but I could be wrong. Um, but if Pluto is the biggest dwarf planet, then I feel like it still should be considered the ninth planet, so as it always has been since what was it, 1930 when it was discovered, I think. Um, but yeah, that's just my hot take on it. I mean, I don't want to start a debate in the comments about whether or not Pluto's considered a planet or not. Save that shit for like actual space videos, guys. Uh, 8. What is the solar system's first planet from the sun? That's easy. Mercury. Everyone knows that. Then again, everyone knows the answer to the 7th question. 9. What percent of the universe is dark matter? Fucked if I know. That's one I don't know the answer to. I know it's a huge percentage. I mean, I swear I did see the answer somewhere, but I've completely forgotten. Okay, I'm just going to go with my best guess here, and it's probably going to be completely wrong, but I'm going to say it anyway. 95%. It's probably not even right, is it? Yeah, that's what I'm going to guess. Next question is from John Cross. Request duel. Dimension Dragons versus Dark Magician. Yeah, I could do that. It's unlikely I'll find someone to use either of these decks in real life, so it's going to have to be a Edo Pro kind of deal, I think. Next questions are from Gunner. 1. What do you think has the most support waves in Yu-Gi-Oh? Blue Eyes, Dark Magician, Hero, Numbers. Wow. I'm surprised you didn't include Utopia, because then that would be 5 archetypes that have like an insane amount of support. I'm gonna have to say Numbers, just because, well, because there's 107 base ones, and quite a few of them have lots of upgraded forms, like the number C's, the number S's, like even some with similar names, like Utopia Beyond. Oh yeah, the number Fs, let's not forget those, as well as all the amount of spell and trap support that they have. So that's going to be my answer. And then we've got 8 more questions, also from John Cross. 1. What is your favourite Yu-Gi-Oh sleeve that you like using the most? I'm going to have to say Dragon Shield. I think Dragon Shield are the absolute best. They're quite firm, they don't peel unlike most others. Doesn't do anything to stop warping, sadly, but they are pretty solid, although it does get annoying if they get randomly marked with something. 2. If you want to be any Yu-Gi-Oh character from 5Ds, which one will you be? Well, it's gotta be Yusei, because he's my favourite 5Ds character, and I mean, I like Jack Atlas as well, and Red Dragon Archfiend, but I like Stardust Dragon more than Red Dragon Archfiend, and the general support. I mean, I know Dragon Master 25 would have guessed Jack and Crow, but I actually like Yusei a lot more. So I definitely want to be him. Well, he's just the best and the coolest, in the 5Ds world. 3. Have you been to Disneyland or Disney World? And if you had, what is your favourite ride you've been on? I've been to Disneyland Paris on 2 occasions in my life. Favourite ride? I don't remember. It's been too many years since I've been. Maybe one of the train rides, not the roller coasters, because I am way too scared to go on a roller coaster. But there was one that was kind of similar. Yeah, the where there were like carts that you'd sit in. Sorry, I was trying to remember the name, and it would still go fast, and it would go like woo, or something like that, but not upside down though, because again, it's not exactly like a roller coaster. That's the only ride I remember going on, to be honest. Yeah, I'm just gonna say that one. I don't know what the ride is called. 4. A question for Emma. What is your favourite Yu-Gi-Oh deck you like playing the most? Well, she's not here right now, so I did ask her this question beforehand, and the answer to that is Melfi's. Yeah, she likes playing that the most, with Light Swarms being a close second. 5. If a giant bat comes at you, what will you do? Probably scream and either duck or run away. Well, I don't think they attack humans anyway. Although it would still be alarming. Then again, if it was a vampire bat, then maybe it would, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm not an animal biologist, so I'm not sure on that one. 6. If a giant octopus comes at you, what would you do? Well, it depends if it's on land or in the sea. If it's on land, then again, I would just be very alarmed and run away. If it was the ocean, I'd be fucked, basically. But then again, would an octopus attack a human? Again, I don't know for sure. But I wouldn't be able to get away very quickly. Because, because obviously I'd be in scuba diving gear, I'd have the oxygen tank on me, so there's no way I'd be able to outswim it. So I need someone to save me, really, because, well, there's surely no way I'd be scuba diving alone. Then again, I'd be too scared to try it out. I mean, on one hand it would be cool, but on the other hand, it's like, well, you've got to worry about conserving the oxygen and breathing steadily, and of course there's things you don't want to run into, like I think there's a poisonous starfish like somewhere in the ocean. And then you have to basically worry about decompression sickness and stuff, because there is something you have to do before reaching the surface so that you don't get decompression sickness. I mean, I'm not sure how it works. I am no expert. Um, 7. What is your favourite restaurant that you and Emma eat at? Mine is Long John Silver's. I think a la Turca, definitely. That's a restaurant that's nearby from here. We've been there a few times, mainly for our first and second anniversaries. It's great food, great atmosphere. Yeah, the food is very filling. So, yeah, your hunger would just always be satisfied. And of course, they have outside pods, which we went in for our first and second anniversaries. That was cool. 8. Do you play the Tricky in your Dark Magician deck? No, at least not anymore. Because, well, there's no reason to play it in a modern Dark Magician deck. Maybe like in a retro format from like 5Ds to I don't know, early Arc 5 era, then yeah, you could play it if you wanted to, but otherwise there's just no reason to play it anymore. And the last 2 questions are from Dark Magic Couple 1985. 1. Out of all the jackass stunts I've seen you sent you in our group chats, which one do you think was the worst one? That's a good question. There were some pretty bad ones. I mean, only 3 come to mind. Assuming you did send one of these, and that was I don't know the actual name, but the swingy ball game thing with like a bee's nest, the diarrhea volcano, and the sweat cocktail. Yeah, the bee one was just really bad, and the other 2 were just absolutely disgusting. Oh wait, there was that one with the shitty log on a dinner plate in the restaurant. Oh my god. Can I say all 4 of them? Actually, no. I'm gonna go with the diarrhea volcano thing. I'm pretty sure you sent this one. I can't remember, but that's one I do remember. Yeah, I'm not gonna go too much into that because I don't want to gross you guys out or put anyone off eating their food, assuming you guys are having a meal as you're watching this. So I apologise for that, but yeah, I'm gonna say that's the worst one. And finally, question 2. Bertie and Socks are in an argument about something and decide to settle the matter with a duel. Who's using which deck? Well, I've had to think about what kind of decks they would use. For Bertie, I'm going to guess Prank Kids, because he can be quite mischievous at times, like climbing up on the kitchen counter when he's not supposed to, messing with the window blinds, and pranks are something naughty people do. And in terms of Yu-Gi-Oh archetypes, that makes me think of Prank Kids. I can picture Bertie using that. Although that would be annoying for me if I were to duel him, because I absolutely hate Prank Kids. They're one of my because when I did my 6-part hated deck series, I ranked it among my top 20 hated decks of all time. Actually, I have updated the list ever since then, because more decks came along that I just don't like playing against, like Gashed Era, Tearlaments. Oh yeah, prank kids have been bumped down a bit, to be fair. They're among my top 30 hated decks of all time. Yeah, they're just so annoying because they can just OTK. I've got Lampsy's doing annoying burn damage, and it runs totally arsehole. And as for Socks, well, it depends. She's Socks is very bubbly, full of life, full of energy, and just bounces around the furniture like crazy. So yeah, she's pretty fast, so she definitely plays something fast paced and something that's pretty fun. Um, and yeah, I needed more time to think about this one, but the only thing I can think of is Speedroids. So yeah, I feel like that's something she'd probably play. Yeah, because it's a very consistent and fast-paced deck and can even hit hard and fast. Um, yeah, when it goes off. I don't know who'd win, but those are the decks that I think our kittens would play. Yeah, that's right, Bertie. I can see you playing prank kids. But yeah, he's not naughty all the time, though. Plus, like, you can't even be mad at them. And yeah, that is going to do it for questions in this episode. This is the longest one I've done in a while. That's what she said. Thanks a lot for your guys' questions, very cool ones as always. And if you've got any other questions you want to ask me, post them in the comments section down below. And remember, I do these episodes every Tuesday afternoon or evening, UK time, so be sure to get questions in before then, so you don't miss out. Thanks again, stay safe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the Richician YouTube channel.